Hi guys, I'm ExactChaos and welcome back to another episode of SimAirport. We are trying to build Changi International in Singapore. I have in between episodes gone and done a few things just to try and get things to move along a little bit. The most impressive pieces that I've done was I've added the additional runway over here, added some more taxiways, actually started work on the hangars and the baggage handling system. So let's quickly go downstairs so I can show you that. So actually we're just kind of connecting the baggage handling system back over here. I've added 2 more carousels over there. I've linked those up and together. And yeah, and I've included a LRT station over here and a little bit of a escalator for passengers to get their bags and then go straight up and out towards the LRT system over here. It's probably a little bit of a mix and match of what's going on in the ticketing area, but really it's quite large, the ticketing area. I will have to expand this at some point. The reason I'm not expanding the ticketing area right now is because then these will be staffed. So I don't want to staff them just quite yet. Now, the next step that I want to do, and bear in mind I'm going to do this area last because I do want to maintain the flexibility to potentially move security in here. But for now, what I'm just going to do is I'm just going to get the rest of this done. So this first area over here is ready for flights. So what I could potentially do is I could just quickly finish off this section, and I think that's probably what I'm going to do. I'm going to finish off this section right over here so that we can start getting, well, it is actually finished. I have linked it up to baggage handling. Not. Why can I not assign you here? Assign to baggage depot. It is it? Close. So what is assigned here? That is assigned there. That is assigned there. Why is this assigned over here? No way, man. That'll be crazy. Can we just say let's unassign that bad boy over there? That's luckily I've checked that, and we'll assign this guy over there. That's perfect. So we'll get this guy assigned, and now what I'll do is before the end of the day, let's pause it quickly so we can get some flights coming in tomorrow. I want very early morning flights for Singapore Airlines. They're pretty big though. A380s, okay. We will launch some of these. What's happening over here? Reps. Let's quickly have a look while we're at it over here. Our current deal, we've got nothing. First class lounges. We need lounges. Can we negotiate something? Must accept at least 8 flights from an airline to start negotiating. How many do we have accepted at the moment? Reps. We have assigned our CTO to this. Okay. We've got some. This is effectively saying our communication is, I think, okay. Our trust is improving. That's pretty good. Our trust is improving. Okay, that's not actually telling us anything. How many flights do we have for Singapore Airlines? I can't actually see, right? Okay, so at the moment, we must just accept some more flights to negotiate. Can we accept some smaller flights? No, they're all like Super XL stuff. So I'm not going to do that right this minute. I'm rather going to go with something where we can potentially slot in some smaller stuff. So this dash is quite small actually. What I'll do, but probably we shouldn't do it straight away. Maybe what we'll do is we'll accept this guy, the PM one, okay, and we'll slot. Hang on, what is our gate? It's C1, isn't it? C1, yeah. So we'll slot it into C1. Why is this so funny? Why is it looking so small? We'll have a look. C1. There we go. It's a 2-hour slot at C1. That's pretty good. That's fine. I'm liking the fact that you can actually do 1 minute and 5 minute slots now. That's quite helpful. So we can start seeing some flights coming in. Is there anything else we can get that's in the small bracket? a 737 in the afternoon. Let's accept that one. Okay, so we'll accept that one and we'll get that in at the noon slot over there. We can probably slot in something else over there, but let's just start with that for now, and we'll nice, calm, cool, and collected. So I'll get things to move again, and at the same time I'll get us some benches. Oh, you know what we don't have over here is a bit of a bathroom. How small can we get away with a bathroom over here? So if we say something like, it probably has to be at least something like this. Ooh, that's maybe a little bit too small. At least something like that for a bathroom, I think, is what we're going to say over here. Get ourselves some zones. So it's going to be tiny little bathrooms. A male restroom and a female restroom. Okay. We'll do that. We'll get ourselves some doors. I'm just going to do basic standard doors over here. One there and one there. That's going to be good enough. And I'm going to do some toilet stalls. Probably... Can we actually do something like 3? If we do, say, something like this, okay, and we get ourselves a little bit of a sink going on. Yeah, so we actually can't slot in a sink over there. We can over here. What we'll do is we'll try and just slot it in like over there. Hopefully that means you can still walk by it. And that's going to be our little bathrooms over here. So that should at least cover a few passengers over here. Let's get some benches over here as well. I believe this is the bench style that I'm using, or am I on the blues? I am on the blues. Slowly. So we'll try and slot in some benches like that. Do a little something like this and like that. And probably slot in kind of something over here as well. And get me the smaller ones. So we can slot in a little something like that. So there's a fair bit of benches in there now. What we're going to do is we just need to add a little bit of a queue as well. So this is very tight, so we can really only do small stuff over here. Okay, so let's see. How am I gonna... I'm gonna do a little something like that for the queue. And at the same time I'm going to do a little something like that for the queue. So these are our 2 queues. Thank you very much. Let's assign you to coach over here and assign you to first class and flight crew right over there and close. And there we go. So now we are ready for action. The one thing we don't have over here is maybe a little bit of a vending machine, and that's what we're going to grab. Let's grab ourselves a drink and a food vending machine, and fully noting that it's probably going to add a bit of queues. So we'll get the drinks vending machine over there, and then we'll get the food vending machine. Where? We'll see if it works over here. Else probably on that side as well. Let's dismantle this one. We'll put a 3-seater bench in there. A 3-seater, and then we'll have like a pot plant next to it. So it's nice and cool. I could also do with some windows over here. So let's just get this dismantled ever so quickly. Oh, that's not what you're doing, right? Okay, well, we'll come back and fix that later. So there's that piece. So that's our first gate over this side that'll actually start working. I just need to assign a bit of a vehicle over here, a baggage car. I think the one should actually, let's just assign 2 baggage cars and get it done with for now. Okay, now let's quickly have a look. So I've planned out this one. There's a fair bit more room for security. This one's going to be pretty tight as well. Tight and small. Very similar to that one. So it's probably a good idea we have a look at how that one functions first, and then we'll fill in this one. This, I think, is okay because we've also got the upstairs area. That's not huge, but we do have it. This area for some reason is not accessible, and does that mean if I do that it will be? Yeah, that's exactly right. Okay, so now it is in fact accessible. These guys can get out. We can do bathrooms down here. The one thing that I'm thinking about, and I probably discussed it last time briefly, is the fact that these guys can't actually come back to go to the bathroom. You have to do your bathroom stuff first before you decide to go into that direction. So that's it. Have we managed to sort out these guys that's getting stuck in here? Seems that way. Let's quickly see these guys getting out of the dash, if they go quickly or whether it's a big mess of a clump there. Yeah, still the same issue with I'm hoping at least some form of release. Yeah, there's some people going through now. It's a little weird still. But other than that, working all the way. Okay, what I want to do is I want to do a slightly more substantial security area over here that can then allow people to go up into these areas. And maybe we can do 4. And then 2 and 2. That does seem reasonable to me. So let me get escalator to go up over here. I want to mix it up a little. So if we go escalator up, yeah, say something. What is the center? Actually, let's quickly have a look. If I just grab any kind of tool, well, it's going to be a security area, right? So let's have a look. So if we do security, this is like 38. So at about the 38. So at about the 19 position, right? That's going to be kind of halfway there. So that's the security area. Let me get the escalator up. So that's about halfway there. So if we do like halfway, then we do 1, 2 blocks back, maybe 3, and we'll do the same from here, 1, 2, 3 blocks back, and that's going to be kind of the up movement out of security. So get me my security area again, security area. And what we'll do is we'll make this a little bit more sizable like so. And we'll see about how much security we're actually going to run through here. Yeah, so we can get a fair bit of security to do their thing over here. What I am going to have to do is I'm going to have to get escalators going down from up here as well. So let's get ourselves some escalators going down. So if I say we pull that back to... Alternatively, what we can do is for these guys, we can do it like this. Yeah, I'm gonna try and play with this a little bit. See how that works. So if we do... Yeah, I mean, that's fine, right? If we do a little something like that and something like... It's actually going to be a little bit more effective in the setup that we're looking at over here. Okay, so now give me some walls. This is by the way, this is not accurate in any way, shape or form. I'm just kind of playing around with it a little bit. So there we go, and kind of there we go, like so. So that's our area right there. That's quite a strange little thing. So we'll get ourselves some doors over here as well. Come on. We'll get ourselves some doors. I'm thinking one over there, and one over there. Well, let's just start with the ones over there, right? Okay, so that's the starting point. This is the security area. These guys are coming down over here, and we can just gonna loop them back, and there's gonna be tons more space over here now. I think this setup works much better than what we've got going on the other side, even with this. So let's get some security guys going on. Security. And maybe for this one, since it's quite big, we can actually do the remote scanner. So let us do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, like that. And what we'll do is we'll get we'll get our metal detectors to go in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. We'll get our remote baggage scan area right over there. Get that included, and we're gonna have to make this security area a little bit bigger. Well, let's just fill in that entire space as security, right? So, like so. That's a security area over there. Then we need some ID check stands, which we'll do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8 over there. So that's pretty good, right over there. So that can now we can actually start feeding in these things. So that's going to be pretty substantial, and we can even expand it a little bit more. We're going to need some queues over here as well. Okay, let's get our queuing system going on over here. So I'm gonna want the queue to start a little something like that. Then we will run it this way, and we'll run it that way. And we will, well, let's do it like a little something like that. And over here, oh, this is probably going to be it needs a little bit of a snake going on over there. Excellent. So that's going to be like business, and we'll see. We can add an extra one to business if they can do 2 of these, and then the rest just goes over there. Seems reasonable to me. Seems quite reasonable. So what are we saying? I think assign, 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 and assign. Nice. So now that's all assigned. Now what I need to do is I need to say assign metal and ID, metal and ID, metal and ID, metal and ID. I don't have to keep saying it, you know what I'm doing. Okay and okay. We've got tons of security staff, quite unnecessarily, I might add. So we're still needing some security guys for the ID check stands. Here they come. So then this is going to be a pretty efficient security setup, I would imagine. So let's get out of there. This sector is not accessible. What do you see? There is still something wrong with there is still something wrong with this. Still there is something wrong. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do a little bit of actually gonna do some bathrooms and stuff in the middle over here. So let's quickly get the rest of the escalators done. Escalators going down, please. I believe we need to do it this way, and what we'll do is we'll do it a bit of a that way thing, like so, and then we'll get some walls going on over here, and we'll try and just kind of switch it like through there, over there and over there. So that's going to be our our access point to these gates. Let's get some gate agent desks. Gate agent desks over here. Okay, so these are pretty big ones. I'm a little worried that there's what we can do. Actually what I'm going to do, give me some walls. I am going to funnel these guys towards the center, right? So I'm going to do a little bit of a wall over there. It's like 1 2 1 2, is it 1 2? Yeah, 1 2 1 2, and a little bit of a wall on this side. So we actually just funnel them to the center. We could also do a little bit like this so that it's a bit of a funnel into there. And then what we can do is we can do, I don't know, see if we do some stuff in here. But that's going to funnel them this way. Now get me back my gate agent desks right over here. I'm going to grab that, and now we are going to, what I'm kind of tempted in is to do two on this side. Yeah, that's pretty good. And then what we'll do is we'll do an extra one over there, and that's going to be the business queue. So what we'll just do is let's get an extra door, and we'll see how this works. I kind of like the idea of doing a bit of this. So we'll do a little bit of that, and now if we're doing our queues again, let's quickly grab that, and we'll say, so these guys just started like this, and then we'll yeah, I think that is about right, like so. Get it out, and we will start the queue a little something like that, and hopefully that is sufficient to kind of load those ones. What we'll do over here, we'll actually wrap this one just a little bit around the corner over here. So that's kind of going to be the business queue, or the first class queue over there. And then we have quite a bit of space that is then still available for seating, and that's the main thing, that we're going to do some good seating areas and things like that over here. This side is going to be a little bit more interesting, so we'll just have to see how we actually get working on those, but that should be able to get this thing up and running pretty soon for us. I never saw how this thing functioned. We had planes here and I never saw how they functioned. Let's quickly have a look, and see what came into gate C1. C1 was nice and on time, and C1 again was nice and on time. So we had no problems whatsoever with C1. So that's pretty good. So it means that I'll keep an eye on it now. I should have checked it this time around. So we'll keep an eye on it today. That's pretty good. My question is that going to be enough security, or do we split it up and do then potentially this side also, and we'll have security that feeds these ones? It's a little bit of an interesting concept, I must say. Not sure whether it's really an efficient setup. Probably spending way too much on security that we shouldn't be doing. Let's speed things up. Oh, we are speeding it up. I just want to see what's going on with the rest of that. So these are up and running. Let's quickly see about assigning. First, negotiate with them. During negotiations, you can earn extra cash by assigning exclusively. Yeah, that's understand. Do we do upgrades? Oh, fuel port. We'll get small great stairs. No, we'll get a fuel port. That's something that we still need to do as well. What I wanted to do is actually assign this over here. That was kind of the plan, so let's close that one down now. What I also wanted to do is let's assign this over here for coach, please. Assign that one, assign this one, and then this one needs to be first and flight crew. Thank you. Not that it seems to stay. The flight crew doesn't seem to stay there at all. There we go. So we've got some flights coming in. It's obviously not these guys in the first instance. Oh, some staff arriving. Nice. So they set up good and ready over here. What I do want to make sure we do is that, just give me my one-way stuff over here, please. One-ways. One way. Some one-way paths. So we'll just do that so we don't get people streaming out into here. Exit is that way. Excellent. Yeah, you can't get up there, so it doesn't really matter. Okay, so the security is up and running. We just got no flights going in there right now. Don't understand why people are streaming around this way. We still have people getting stuck over here. It seems better. Yeah, seems better. We don't have tons of people getting stuck over there. Stuck for a little while and then they get going. So it seems okay. What's happening on this side? Are we starting to see some passengers coming in here? Not yet. I want to see if this is sufficient space. I believe it should be. I really believe it should be sufficient space. Oh, here they go. Here they come. They're going through security. What are they doing? Hang on, let's just slow things down a tad. I just want to see what they're actually doing. They're dropping their bag, then they're going through, then they... What are they doing? It's a little weird, isn't it? You should go, right? Drop your bag. That's crazy. It's a little funny. We'll keep an eye on this anyway. I think this is sufficient. There's not a lot of people hanging out over here, so we'll see how that goes. We don't even have the plane here yet. We might have to pull that back a little bit because it seems like it's getting a little stuck things over there. But yeah, all of that's pretty good. These guys are using their vending machines. Ooh, I wanted to put the bench back. So let's grab a bit of a bench, the 3-seater over here, please. Just like that, and we'll get ourselves a bit of a plant in the corner over there. Like so. And then I'm thinking a garbage bin in here because people are being very messy. One there and potentially one over here. That should be pretty decent. I think we've got... Oh, here comes the people. Oh, we didn't do the one way. So now they're running around, but they're not actually getting stuck. So I do think the one-way thing is probably part of the issue here. And they are quite nicely boarding. Why are there still guys sitting around that's not actually going to board? Why are they... Oh, they might be guys coming just off the plane. Okay, let's quickly have a look. There's still tons of people. So these are disembarking passengers. So these are the ones that's coming in. We still have a few that's arriving. So I think it is kind of working. What is this? What does this mean? What is the difference between that logo and this round logo? That means, you know, pursuing LRT platform, it's first class arrival. This is coach pursuing the ID check stand, and this is pursuing the ID check stand. So, and it's both coach. So really, I don't know. Is this a connecting passenger potentially? Did they come from somewhere else and is connecting through? Is that kind of what is going on over here? There's still an hour left, so we've got more than enough time. We can wait for a few more passengers to come in. But yeah, so this the small gate here is actually working quite well, and this was a 737. So yeah, absolutely, that's decent amount of space, it would seem. Okay, so that does actually work. So we can do a similar thing over here, but something a little bigger than a 737 probably can't be accommodated. I didn't actually see anybody really using the restroom. How many are still waiting? This is the last one. Make your way through there and onto the plane and get out of here. Nice. So everybody's got out there. Perfect. Okay, well, I think that's what I'm going to put a cut in this episode. In the next one, we will continue this and see how the operation over here starts working. And then, once we've got all of this filled in and we start doing our negotiations with airlines, we will see if we can streamline our operation from there. So if you've enjoyed it, hit that like button, leave some comments down below, and I will see you in the next episode. Thank you. Bye-bye.